best served cold. That's how Delaclos described revenge. Hammerjack had spent the last 7 years of his life trying to find the best way to eat that dish. Darren Falcone had ruined his life. An easy run, he said. Get in, grab the data, and get out. Fixer never mentioned anything about another team, armed response from Knight Errant, or a new weapon. It started out as a data extraction, sure. His own team disabled the security forces while he peeled off layers of encryption and ice that would make running the core host of Deus look like a cakewalk. Then everything went south. A second team showed up, moving with military precision. The newcomers loaded a worm into the first computer they crossed and began a sweep through the complex. The worm was meant to bypass and shut off every piece of security in the host. Instead, it set off every alarm and unleashed tidal forces of ice. By the time Hammerjack was able to get free of the security grid and jump to the next tier, the system had begun the process of self-corruption, since the ports had been jammed wide open and shutdown was impossible. Smart frames reported back to him that they were unable to get a clear readout from the security cameras, and his radio frequencies had been jammed. All he could do was wait for the end to come, or cut his losses and run. The Decker ran. He remembered fleeing for his life through a rabbit warren of hallways, cubicle farms, and programming labs. When Hammerjack finally got to the elevator shaft, the doors had been blown open, and the zipping sounds of rappelling gear could be heard. Power was cut to the building, except for emergency generators and the backup power supplies. A knight-errant tactical squad had responded to the call since they were unable to raise any local security forces. Using their helmet's night vision, they moved through the near blackness without notice. Within minutes, the team had subdued the facility, incapacitating the survivors of Hammerjack's team and the rogue team that had sought to poach their glory and pay data. Hammerjack was plugged back into the system at gunpoint, his deck removed from the link. It was his bare mind against the system. The KE team was under orders to plug any survivor who had a data jack into the black box. Psychotropic ice assaulted his mind even as their mage began laying down new programming and excising pieces that were non-compatible. He woke up hours later, at home, in his own bed, not knowing how he got there. Falcone refused to return his calls. Word on the street had gotten out that his team had failed to bring back anything. Hammerjack couldn't remember his teammates' contact info either. So he got dressed and decided it was probably best that he went to work. Pulling on clean clothes, he caught the subway over to Ares HQ in Bellevue and reported for work. Hammerjack, or Void, as he sometimes called himself now, could remember the months of feeling like something was missing. Then he ran into a former teammate at a security checkpoint, and everything began to click. Slowly and quietly, he began to see a street doc who handled scorched victims. It was a grueling, painful process, but he finally got his own life and memories back. The hacker shook off his reverie. Far too many times recently he had gotten lost in the deeper recesses of his own mind and needed reminders of where and when he was. His internal biomonitor was connected to a smart frame, which monitored his condition. The frame would cause an external stimulus if he began daydreaming. But this time, the stimulus wasn't caused by the smart frame. This time, one of his agents had come back with some talk scooped freshly out of the Denver Nexus boards. Someone was hitting the ranch. Duran's ranch. If he played his cards right, and he swung the timing perfectly, it could work. Now, the only question was whether he'd use the nice china for this dish, or a silver platter. Hello everybody, and welcome to Shadowrun, Universe 1, Session 2.
Hi.
Good evening.
People in your line of work don't usually get called during the daylight hours. Some business is best kept in shadow and darkness. All the same, you glance at the chronograph and realize that it's only 2 o'clock. Tabby isn't the kind of girl to call unless work is involved, so you pick up the line. Even across your comlink, she has a voice that almost seems to purr like the spotted cat she resembles. We're burning daylight, kid, and I've got a Johnson who's getting back in the game. His name's Falcone, and he needs a team out at his ranch in 4 hours. From what I heard, it's just some cleanup work, so pack light and get moving. As soon as you agree to hear the details of your job, your comlink chirps with an incoming file being transmitted. The address immediately plots itself from your current location, and directions are digitally overlaid across your field of vision. You should have enough time to clean up and grab something to eat before heading out.
Awesome, so what's the file?
Included is the address of the meeting, the Horse Trot Ranch, located at 12057 Washington Street, and a picture of a man, and another unidentified man in the background.
Well, I'll get right on that. And I will call up... I actually do not know people's in-game names, so I call up Arcon, Aeroson, and GoggleFox.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. I have a job if you guys would like to participate.
It's a little early, isn't it?
What is early?
Isn't this 2 in the afternoon? Game time?
Yep, 2 p.m.
Have a late night, lady?
Don't worry about it. Go on.
It sounds like an easy run. We just have to meet someone at a ranch. Something about a cleanup. Interested?
Where are the deets?
That's most of the deets right there.
We don't even know who is asking?
Oh, the person asking is a friend of mine, but she will remain anonymous.
Fair enough. What the hell?
I'm in.
As long as you do not think that I am a bit too heavy of equipment for this run, then I will come.
I trust you, and there's always good reasons to have larger things ready.
As you wish.
Right, so I take my RV around to pick everyone up who does not already have a ride. Then I will share with them the file and head off towards the ranch.
Okay, so we're going to use sped up border crossing rules this time to represent you going across the borders, which is a fake sin plus charisma plus etiquette test. You can make this as a teamwork test, if you all so wish.
Which is probably a good idea.
How do we do that?
You choose one person to be in the lead, and the other people can make the test, and their net hits give the leader extra dice.
Glitches will actually harm the result. So don't glitch.
Yeah, I suppose. Negotiation plus fake sin plus cha?
Etiquette.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an etiquette test plus your fake sin rating.
Want to do that, guys?
Yeah.
Works for me.
I can get you guys across. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Oh, wait, is that your roll?
No, that is not my role.
Oh, okay. Well, get rolling, people.
Yeah, you actually shouldn't roll until the rest of us do.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
We'll just go down alphabetically. Well, that's not good.
No.
Well, it just doesn't add anything. Oh wait, that's a glitch. Damn. That's a critical glitch. God damn it.
That's not a critical glitch, because that happened last time and we didn't get a critical glitch. So I got 2 more extra dice on my roll. Okay, let me add this up. 9, 4, 2.
Monstrous etiquette roll.
And yet I only had 3 successes. That's this game.
That's the game. Try to maximize as much as you can. But, you managed to get across perfectly fine, and on time. The first thing you notice when you arrive at the address Tabby gave you is that she wasn't kidding when she said ranch. The smell of horses and clean hay wafts across the afternoon air as you look around and take note of everyone approaching down this road. Further on, you see the entrance to the Horse Trot Ranch, a wholly owned subsidiary of Falcone Corporate Consultants. At 6 o'clock exactly, the doors to one of the smaller stables opens, and an Arabic human man in his mid-30s comes walking out towards you. He waves his arm, gesturing for you to come over.
I head on over.
I follow.
Ro makes a face at the smell, but she walks over.
What kind of equipment are you bringing with you?
I'm not gonna have anything on me aside from just my jacket and, armor. Everything else will just be in the RV.
If we're expected to not bring weapons into the passage, then I might be better off staying in the van.
Come on with, because if things go awry, you can probably handle the situation while the rest of us regroup.
Okay.
I'm bringing in my shotgun.
Yeah, I'll go in clothes, but I'm gonna leave everything else.
I don't bring any of my, high-tech locking stuff, because if it's a cleanup on a ranch, I don't think I'd need that. Because I'm assuming cleanup just means kill people.
I would assume that they are already dead, but I could be wrong.
Well, what do we look like, Viscera?
Hmm?
Viscera cleanup detail?
So no one's got any, drawn weapons or anything like that.
No.
No, everything's closed up.
Closed up, concealed. Good. When you approach close enough that you can speak without shouting, the man introduces himself as Hafiz. Come, my friends. Mr. Jaron will be speaking with you in the rear stables. He turns and heads back into the stables. Your eyes adjust momentarily to the slightly dimmer light inside. Hafiz moves over to stand behind the man you recognize from the file as Darren Falcone. Falcone is seated in a stainless steel wheelchair. A sharply angled nose draws your attention to him immediately, and despite, or perhaps because of, his disability, Jaron has a practiced air of confidence that seems to overcome his physical inability. Thank you all for coming. I apologize if I am short with you, but time is of the essence right now. A package dear to my business was forcibly removed from the ranch this morning. Your job is going to be to retrieve said package and return it to me. I'll pay you 1,000 new yen each now, and 4,000 new yen more when you are done.
What was the package?
Human male, mid to late 30s.
Oh. Will the package resist?
I'm not at liberty to discuss any information about this until the terms have been agreed upon.
I've had weirder package pickups, so sure. I'm in.
Bro smiles, I don't have a problem with it.
I send no reason to object.
I'm in.
Very well. The man you're looking for is named Jonathan Belinky. He's a mid-level executive with Ares. He's currently in charge of the R&D department for personal arms and armor. He sends you, via your comlinks, a picture of this man. Late last night, according to our surveillance footage, 3 figures, all human or elven Amerindian women, entered the compound just before 5 o'clock this morning. They were all wearing light body armor and tribal masks. Belinky's absence had not been noticed when the ransom demand was placed at 9 o'clock. Our security host was hacked into remotely at 8:30 a.m. Security protocols were able to keep the hacker from deleting traces of the kidnappers entering the ranch, but we have shut down the host for now and tracing any other damage that may have been done. I have sealed off Mr. Belinky's room if you would like to begin your search there.
Alright, sounds like a good place to start. Any other information?
Yes. The ransom note that was delivered to us indicated a clause that if I do not pay, they will not only kill Mr. Belinky, but actively spread word that I chose to let him die.
Ooh.
Therefore, I am offering a bonus to you if you discover the identity of the blackmailer.
How much is the bonus?
1,000 new yen each.
That's not bad, a topper.
Was the note delivered to you as a physical note or as digital?
Digital. It was laid into our security host. The ransom is supposed to be deposited in a numbered account on the Zurich Orbital Bank. It's due tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Time limit of the day. Should be enough.
Very well. Are there any other questions?
I think that's it for now.
Rose thinking to herself, but can't think of anything.
Actually, what time was the ransom supposed to be delivered? Like, how much time do we have?
9 a.m.
I'm sorry. Must have...
Yeah, it's supposed to be 9 a.m. Tomorrow. Right now it is, right now it's 6.
Took 4 hours to get here? Is living on one of the mountains or something?
2 border crossings.
Ah.
We're on a goddamn mountain. This is Denver.
Yeah, Tabby told you that, when she called you at 2 o'clock, that the meeting was in 4 hours.
Alright, I think we're good. Let's go check out the room.
Good plan. Now would have been a very good time to have packed a forensics kit.
Very well. Hafiz will show you the way.
Should have brought along Ren and split the money with her. She says this to Quan.
Mm-hmm. But I did not have enough room to bring such equipment with me either. So, he leads us to the room.
Yes, Hafiz leads you across the ranch, taking a few odd turns. You suspect that those are to keep solid objects between you and the executives who are still attending the leadership retreat. He's fairly easygoing, and striking up a conversation with him about the biz is fairly simple. When you finally make it to Belinki's room, there's an audible click as Hafiz overrides the locking mechanisms and opens the door. Drawers have been pulled out, clothing is everywhere, and there's a lingering scent of patchouli. It looks like somebody searched this place in a hurry. The mess continues into the bathroom, where cabinets have been pulled open and Belinki's toiletry bag is spilled out onto the counter. What keeps your attention, though, is an obsidian knife thrust into the wall just above the bed.
Ooh.
So what was covering that space?
I
feel like I missed a crucial detail.
So it's a small room in the retreat. There's like a bedroom and an adjoining bathroom area. The whole place looks like it's been ransacked and searched through.
And there was that dagger.
Yes, there's an obsidian knife stabbed just above the bed.
Can I detect magic on the knife?
Sure, you can roll a sensing.
I asked the guy who brought us here, was it like this when you found it, or was this your attempt at finding clues?
Yes, this is what it was like when we found the place. We locked it up so no one could enter.
Do I have to roll to resist the drain?
You're just a sensing. I wouldn't think there would be actual drain.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no drain for just looking astrally at signatures, and you do not see any magical signatures in this room.
In the meantime, I'm going to do what I can using the olfactory sensor. Should I roll just sensor, or...
You can, yeah.
Or should I use clear sight in addition?
Yeah, add your clear sight in, sure.
Nothing.
You're unable to identify the lingering scent.
Too much horse. All I smell is horse.
Ro goes over to the knife and sort of inspects it a little bit. Just doesn't touch it, just kind of looks at it.
Okay.
Would be perception.
Yep, there's not much to it. It's a knife whose blade is made out of obsidian.
Are obsidian knives rare? Or...
Not. Most people would use more common and efficient materials for blades. You do have some common knowledge of people who would use obsidian in weapons, and that would be people from Aztlan.
I was just about to roll to see if I knew anyone in the area who would use an obsidian knife.
Should probably check area knowledge.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Should we do that as a teamwork test?
Well, Dr. Boom got it right here. So, Denver used to have a sector dedicated to Aztlan. And then Ghostwalker came by and basically had a war against them, throwing all of Aztechnology, all of Aztlan out. It might be possible that there are still some refugees left behind.
So could this be political?
Could be a bad breakup.
Could also be misdirection.
Well, we could say that about everything.
Expensive misdirection.
Well, if they did this, they obviously wanted them to know who did it.
Which makes sense if they're delivering a note. Either they want you to think they're whoever, some Native Americans or something, or they are Native Americans, or something. But no point on worrying about what ifs, and she pulls the knife out.
Okay.
Could we find anything else by checking the rooms while they were searching?
Sure. You guys can look around if you want.
Alright, where's the most... What area looks like it's been explored the most?
Hard to tell. I mean, drawers are being pulled out, the contents emptied everywhere, the bathroom is still a mess.
I'm going to run a terahertz pass over the room.
Alright, so you managed to find some electronics that have been left behind.
What are these?
You find a comlink, a pair of stylized glasses, and a pocket watch.
Personal effects. We should probably check to see if there's any useful information here on the people who attacked him.
Can I roll a detect enemies and see if they might have missed somebody who's hiding out? Because if somebody came and got them, that doesn't mean that everybody went with the dude.
Was there anybody in the bathroom when I scanned?
No.
Unless they're invisible to terahertz radiation, I think that we're clear. But you can try anyway.
Yeah, you can go ahead and cast.
Magic.
Oh, what was your force?
It says I have a dice pool of 10. I don't know.
Yeah, you pick a force for a spell when you cast it.
Oh, well, I kind of screwed that one up. Let's go with 4, I guess. Do you want me to re-roll it?
Nah, that's fine. So, the force times your magic meters out is how far away you can detect enemies, and you do not detect any. Now roll Drain.
Well.
Okay, so you take 2 stun from that spell. So, what else are people looking at?
Well, it might be a good idea to see if this comm link is locked.
Okay. Roll a electronics test.
You mean computer? I don't have anything listed specifically electronics, but I have computer.
Computer works. Yeah, do computer. Alright, yes, this is a Transys Avalon comlink running a proprietary Ares operating system. And the comlink has been shut down, and it's currently waiting for authentication from either a security RFID or a passkey.
It is relatively expensive. I've somewhat lost touch with these standard comlinks.
Pretty sure that's a really expensive one. Because I have the same one, actually. It's been pretty penny. Either way, how are we going to get into that thing? I only know so much. Huh.
This is an encryption. I don't actually have Decrypt as a program. Oh wait, I have Decrypt too. Just barely. I don't think I'm going to be able to break that thing open anytime soon, though. It's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Like a minute or two.
Oh, that's all.
So trying to get into that using that set would be,
You could try using Exploit if you wanted to hack into it.
It's a slightly easier roll, I guess, but it's still difficult.
So while he's doing that, are there any, drawers or anything at all that's still locked up and not thrown out on the floor?
No, there's nothing that is locked.
Anything on the walls?
Nothing of note on the walls anymore.
Okay.
Is 3 successes sufficient to open it?
What's your stealth?
3, and I'm not sure what is added to that.
No, it's just the rating of your stealth program here. Ah, okay. You do not manage to get in, and an alert is set off. The comlink has purged itself of all data.
Welp. This is why I really wish we'd had an actual hacker with us.
This is not what I expected for cleanup.
No, this isn't really what I expected either. Cleanup to me usually means there's some guys who need to die.
Well, there's certainly a mess.
I'm not a maid.
Is there anything else you'd like to investigate?
There were the glasses.
Yes, they are a stylized pair of glasses that have electrodes that run down the back to connect up with your skull, creating a solid link. It's basically image link glasses with skin link.
Yeah, it's a set of trodes. They allow someone who doesn't have any kind of cyberware to interface with the Matrix.
So there's something like a Decker would have? Or...
They're just really stylish.
Ah. Jeez. Ro looks at the pocket watch. Anything fancy about it?
Well, a bit, actually. You see that it's engraved. According to the inscription, it was a gift to Belinky from the VP of Ares Research and Development Division for an outstanding achievement last quarter.
On a whim, and probably seeing way too many movies, or trids, or whatever it is, Ro, tries to rip open the watch.
Okay.
What do I need for that? I'm just using the knife.
I'll say that you can just smash it with the knife, if you so desire. You have a broken watch.
Nothing in it?
Nothing in it.
Ah, well. It was worth a try, guys. She just tosses it on the bed.
I think that watch was worth more than we're being paid. Oh, goodness. Didn't have a hacker, comm link is fried, all we have is the security footage and the note.
Shadowrun is basically a point-and-click adventure. Use knife on watch.
Well, I asked the guard, can we see the footage of beforehand? Does anything look missing?
He says yes, and taps a bit on his comm link and provides you with the footage of the security cameras. And can't really tell much more than what they told you.
I try to look. I'm basically trying to see if they took anything.
They were after something. They wouldn't do this just looking for a pocket watch that they didn't even take, and that's now broken for some reason.
For some reason.
Yeah, the surveillance footage shows 3 figures wearing body armor and tribal masks. They enter into the place, and they get him out.
Where does the knife come into place? Oh yeah, the camera got hacked, so we don't actually see the...
Well, the cameras are not inside this place.
Oh, okay.
They're just watching over the area.
That's sloppy. Why wouldn't they have a hidden camera in the room?
They probably do. They just don't want us to know about it.
Is that true? I asked the guy.
He shakes his head.
What? Do we know what he was working on? He got a watch. He got a watch for whatever he was working on, so it was important.
Well, you were told that he is a mid-level executive with Ares in the Personal Arms and Armor R&D.
Personal arms. So, possibly a weapon or some sort of new armor. Something to do with combat that they wanted. Maybe just even his knowledge. Although it'd be kind of a pity just to waste him. Just because they're ransoming it. But that could just be what they're saying. They could just keep him for all they know. Well, all I did today was break a watch. So, I'm not sure how much help I'm being, but...
Is there anything you can do to find the owner of this blade?
Oh! She hands it off to, what's Arcon's character's name?
Ghost.
She hands it off to Ghost. You can scry this? I don't know how
I don't think I have anything... Yeah, I don't really have anything that would work for that.
Well, you're not very much help either.
Nope. Is there any way we could get maybe like footage from the closest like cameras that weren't at the actual premise, so that way we can catch like a car leaving or something?
No, you have access to the security footage, but you don't have anything much more than what they've told you.
And the footage doesn't give us IDs.
Are they male or female?
Female.
Ah, knew it. Knife like that, shoved above the bed.
Well, would I know if there's any remnants of the group who used the obsidian knife in Denver?
Well, when you were thinking about it, the only people who would use an obsidian knife like that would be Aztlan refugees, and they're not exactly organized.
Could it possibly Koshari?
Like, roll knowledge gangs.
Knowledge gangs or knowledge mafia?
Mafia would be fine. Underworld politics. A related skill.
2.
Nah, it's not their style.
Nah, not their style. Troublesome. I search for a parrot.
Roll perception.
Oh, my goodness.
No, go ahead, roll perception if you want to search for a parrot. Guess what you find?
Not a parrot?
A Metal Gear?
Metal Gear parrot.
It's not a parrot, but looking underneath the pillow on the bed, you find a crow feather wrapped in leather.
That looks like something that would be used for magic. Is this a fetish? She asked the mage. Is that what this thing is called? I know nothing about magic, so.
So, should I roll detect magic, or did the sweep I did earlier, would that count, or...
The sweep you did... Yeah, the sweep you did earlier probably would have spotted it. But you can roll one of your knowledge skills. That might give you some more insight.
Definitely seems like ritual equipment.
I have magic, tradition, theory, and threats. Any of those help?
Tradition would be appropriate here, I think.
Okay.
Excellent. You know that this feather does not have any relation to any magical traditions you're aware of.
Perhaps a feather and leather. Was it his own? Did he just get his jollies off by having a feather under his pillow? I mean...
Could we ask the guy if he knows anybody who would do such a thing? The person giving the job?
Or the guy watching over us?
Yeah.
Okay, he says, he was not aware that was there. He doesn't think that Mr. Belenky had that on him.
Good. Then why... Ro pulls out...
Her magic?
Well, no, she doesn't have to pull out anything. She uses her glasses to magnify on it. Are there any, like, sensors, tiny sensors on it or anything like that?
Not that you can see, no. It appears to be just a crow's feather wrapped in leather.
So it's not any sort of detector. It's not gonna have... She even runs her RFID sensor over it.
Yep, nothing.
Nothing.
This is just creating more questions than it answers.
This is troubling. This is very Native American-esque. But
and yet at the same time, it doesn't match up.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe he used to be, and that's...
Ooh. What's his past? Can we have his record?
The Hafiz tells you, I'm afraid we're going to have to keep that strictly confidential.
Even though it could help?
Mr. Jerome wants to respect the background of his clients. I can tell you that he does work for Ares, and he is a member of the Research and Development Department.
What would I roll to try to persuade him?
Well, there's negotiation. You could also try intimidating it out of him. A variety of other social skills.
I guess negotiation makes the most sense. Well, doesn't work, but Ro attempts to, say, hey, come on.
I would help you if I could, but I do not know.
Damn.
Perhaps there are others that you know who may have more information.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. I think we pretty much cleaned this room out, broken a few things. Not a bad trip into a man's bedroom, but not exactly fun either.
So, should we move on, take what little information we have, attempt to do some more wide-range scans?
Ro takes a picture of the feather since, more than likely, they're going to have to split up to do some checks.
Okay. So, what actions would you like to take now?
Oh, jeez.
Suppose I can try my Mafia contact to see if there's anything in the underground that might help, or that they've heard of on this. Because this couldn't have just happened overnight. There had to have been a lot of planning.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ro,
if you want to call them up. No, what would you like to do?
Ro would like to talk to her good old friend, Georgie, the bartender. See if there's anything been running around with, if you've seen more refugees from Aztlan, or anything odd happening, or heard of anything odd happening.
Okay, so here is what the both of you are going to do. You are going to make an etiquette check. That is your charisma plus your etiquette rank, plus the loyalty of your contact. So, we'll start with Ro. And you're talking to your bartender?
Yeah. Bartender at a bar I regularly go to.
Hey, Ro, what's going on?
Hey, Georgie. Now, I'm looking for some specific information.
Alright.
And she tells him. She doesn't go into fine details, but she's basically asking, A, has he heard anything about any Aztlan refugees in the area?
No.
Of course not. And does he know anything about this? And she sends him over the picture of the feather with the leather wrapped around. Any idea at all? I'm just looking for anything I can wrap onto.
Yeah, that kind of thing sounds like something that Koshihari would leave behind. Nope. Wait, I know. Oh, yeah, it's from one of those Sioux girls. What do they call themselves? The Black Cats.
Black Cat?
Yeah, the Black Cats. They're a Shadowrun group. They, group of women, they run out of the hard pan.
That has to be it. Georgie, you're the best.
Can't remember the name of the...
What?
I don't know.
Anything else you can tell me about?
I don't know. Give me some time, I might be able to find out, who the face that group is.
Alright. Just hit me up later tonight. I'll be sure to stop by later.
Alright, I can see what I can do.
You're the best, Georgie.
Alright.
Okay, while she's doing that, I don't have any contacts I can really gather for this, but I can search around and see if I can find anything on the Matrix about that dagger.
Okay, if you'd like.
Just similar types of obsidian dagger, looking for something very similar to that make, what source it might have. There's bound to be people who have interest in that.
And the lead kind of dries up immediately. Like, there really aren't any Aztlan refugees that are working around this place. They've mostly gone underground. If the Zone Defense Force sees them, they're going to get, like, forcibly excommunicated.
And so, all the information about that type of dagger leads straight towards Aztlan.
Yeah, pretty much.
Strange. That doesn't match up with what Ro found.
Could be the Black Cats were Aztlan.
Well, from what your bartender told you, they're Sioux.
Oh yeah, Sue.
Yeah, they're definitely not Aztlan, so... There is a possibility that the dagger and the crow are completely unrelated, though.
Possible, but just as easily it could be that it's Aztlan that hired the Black Cats. That would make most sense to me.
So how are we going to get information regarding which group of Black Cats was responsible for this and where they may be now?
Well, do any of you know anyone who knows about Shadowrun groups?
I have a fixer, but I don't think he'd be able to tell me that kind of stuff.
Might be.
What the hell, I call it beef.
Okay, did Dr. Boom have a contact
that's right.
that they wanted to call, though?
Yeah, give my Mafia buddy a try, but I get no success.
Yeah, he can't pick up. You can't call him.
Busy signal.
Yeah, important people. You know how they are.
I roll again.
Okay, who are you calling up?
Beef.
Beef. Okay.
Beef. Again? Okay. Sure. She calls him up and asks him about the Black Cats. She doesn't mince words too much. She just, what does he know about them?
Yeah, hey, Ro, how you doing?
Hey, Ro. Or, damn, fuck, shit. Hey, Beef.
It's funny when you talk in third person.
Beef.
What's up?
I'm looking for information about the Black Cats.
Black Cat. Oh, yeah, Shadowrun group.
Sioux.
Yeah, 4 Sioux women. Tighter than an urban brawler's chokehold, I'll tell you. I don't know. I don't deal with them.
Don't deal. Do you know anyone who does that would be willing to give up some information about them?
Are you looking to hire him or something?
Unfortunately, it's something else. It's more running at odds.
You give me some time, I'll see what I can pull. Alright? Alright, ciao, babe.
Ciao. I'm gonna need some stuff later. I'll get to you later this week.
Alright, you're a good customer.
And she hangs up.
You're my favorite customer.
Is that what it says when I...
No. Okay.
Can it, please?
Sure. Yeah, you're my favorite customer, Ro.
It's just a pre-recorded message.
Oh, okay.
Anything yet?
Well, not exactly. My fixer doesn't really run with them. He's gonna see what he can pull, but I'm afraid for right now, my leads are pretty much dried up. Oh, by the way, did I regain my edge from last session?
No, not yet.
Okay. Wow.
Running low on information.
Well, is there a Sioux place around here we can check on?
I think. Looking for Sioux bars. Bars and clubs. I'm looking for some sailors.
You did hear the name of a place where they hang out.
Did I?
Yeah, your bartender dropped that.
Oh shit, what did he say? I totally glazed over that.
He said that they ran out of the Hard Pan, which you know to be a bar that's in Sioux territory.
Fun. Truth is, for the Black Cats, it was probably just a job. It's I feel like we're going after the tool rather than the person handling the tool. But it's all we have to go on.
You don't necessarily have to damage the tool in order to gain information from
No,
it.
but tools can be expensive.
Then don't damage it.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Expensive to
Renting
bribe.
tools. Yes, that. Thank you.
So, what would you like to do now? You've got your contacts working their way. They'll get back to you in a bit. And you know a location.
The hard pan's all I got, guys. Let's go out and get smashed.
Well, you can.
Oh, well, yeah. Is there a way, like, your kind can get, like, drunk?
I assume
Like,
so.
are there viruses, like temporary viruses you can give yourselves or anything?
Seems unwise. There may be something involving SimSense, but I do not seem to see much point in trying.
Yeah.
Put magnets on it. Optical technology isn't affected by magnets.
Low-level EM fields.
So I guess we go to the hard pan.
Alright.
Oh, wasn't someone rolling area knowledge Denver?
I was, but we seem to know where it was. I can roll that if you want.
Yeah, sure, if you want.
If you want.
Might be able to learn something a bit more about the place.
Nope.
Nope.
Not really.
I full knowledge Denver then.
I am the best at rolling.
Ones. Whoa!
Oh, snap.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, Dr. Boom knows all about this place.
Oh,
Tell me more, Dr. Boom.
It's a
I like your
Sioux-
name, by the way.
It's a Sioux warrior bar.
It is both exactly what we need, and also probably the last place we want to be right now.
Oh, well, if it was just business, then hell.
Essentially, it is.
What concerns me is that dagger. That dagger isn't Sue.
No, it seems to have
Or
been
at least-
planted.
It doesn't seem to be. That either is sending a message, or there was something personal. Or one of the girls was just having fun. That's
As
all.
then is directly against the company that this man works for.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if it was like them behind all this, but let's just go see what we can find out. If something bad happens, then we'll fix it with bullets. So
Alright, so you head to the bar?
I take him to the bar.
Okay. By the time the sun sets, the hard pan is in full swing. Outside, the beat of bass reverberates through the ground beneath your feet. Most of the cars in the parking lot are 4x4 Jeeps, which obviously see a lot of use in the back hill roads, common to the outer extremities of the Sioux sector, where the border patrol is thinner. Looking into the wind, you see the riverside cemetery's well-kept lawns, and silently thank any greater power you believe in that you are upwind from the sewage treatment plant. One odd thing you do notice is, despite the obvious popularity of the bar, there is no bouncer.
That's odd. Not unheard of, but odd. Can I roll any sort of bar knowledge check on that? Like why a bar wouldn't have a bouncer?
I think it's basically because the patron would kick the guy's ass.
Yeah, that's what I would think, but I mean, I have this knowledge about bars for a reason.
Okay, you can roll it if you so wish.
Are there posted rules?
Boom.
No, that's probably because they're going to beat someone up. All right, I'll just stick with that. The rules most likely, if there aren't any, they're most likely known through either experience or verbal lashings. My guess.
Do you head on inside?
Sure. We're going to stick out like sore thumbs, but
Entering the bar, the reason for the lack of bouncer becomes quite apparent. With the exception of your team, every single person in the bar is Sioux Amerindian.
knew it.
Wildcats rub elbows with faces and reputations that you've heard whispered through the shadows. The bartender is an imposing woman who looks like she's probably seen it all and bought the t-shirt. Her cyber eyes focus tightly on all of you, even as her lip takes on a heavy curl of discontent. Behind the bar, a large no smoking sign hangs clearly.
Loud and clear.
There's your written rules, she says to Quan.
So,
How to go about it. Too late. Anyway.
just throw yourself at a problem. It seems to fix itself, right?
Yeah.
It's like breaking...
The watch, yeah.
Yeah, breaking the watch. It seems to work.
No, I should have said. I really should have just made disguises for us. Because I have that power. Can we just walk back out?
Oh, my goodness, that would be
Probably not.
I guess the only course of action here would be to talk to the bartender.
politeness first.
Yeah, pretty much.
That probably should not be me, because I don't have the best charisma stat.
Face.
She goes up to the bartender and says, I'll have something that you think I can't handle.
She hands you a glass of water.
Oh, I would laugh at that, actually.
Depends on where the water's from.
Yeah, she kind of stares at you and goes, okay. And drops down a drink.
I'll be quite honest. We obviously don't belong here.
Mm-hmm.
How would I say that? How would I say, like, fellow Shadowrunners or something?
We're looking for some information.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, what on?
Black cats. Not angry with them. Just need some information.
Roll negotiation. At -2.
Ooh. Ouch.
Yeah, I know him. What do you want with them?
Quite honest, we just need to speak to them. Yeah, I know.
Don't seem very convicted about it.
Because I know how... I feel like I know how this works. And this isn't normally how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know how the Sioux feel about Aztlan? Or if they have any strong opinions one way or the other?
Probably not.
Ro takes a swig of the drink that was given to her. And
Okay.
she throws a couple of cred sticks down. She puts 250 new yen down on the table and says, we really don't want any trouble. We just need to talk to them. And I'm sure a lovely woman like you could make that happen.
She gives you a cold, hard stare for a moment.
Rose smiles.
You see kind of a smirk out of the corner of her mouth. Alright. I can put you two in touch.
Thank you.
She sweeps away the cred sticks.
Hold on, I'm doing my taxes.
No.
Okay, there we go.
And she says, you know South Platte Park?
I believe so. She sort of Google Maps it on her glasses.
Go to the northeastern gate in 2 hours. You can meet him there.
Thank you. How much for the drink?
$7.
She looks at the others. You want anything?
All set.
Well, yeah.
I'm good.
She looks at Ghost. Anything? Drink? Get a little loose? Dance? Anything? No? Okay then. She puts down another 50 on the table and says, just keep the change. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
She nods and sees you out. Or just watches you as you leave.
I would say that went better than expected.
That went terribly. Oh my goodness. I must have already been drunk. I should have just made disguises for us. Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure what you would have given me.
Oh, you're a dog. You're a robot dog. As far as they're aware, you're a droid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
So, seems like you have some time to kill.
Yeah.
Could check up on your progress.
Well, they said they would call me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no point being clingy and calling them.
No remaining Aslan. So this beef you called earlier, he is your fixer?
The beef? Yes.
I haven't had a steady stream of supplies for some time. I may need to borrow your link at some point.
If you have credits, I don't think beef minds.
Oh, I have a few from
he's
the
a
past
colorful
couple.
guy. I love him. But give me like a shopping list or something. I'll help you out.
Yes. Ren has been suggesting that my methods are a little too lethal at times. Perhaps an alternative is needed.
A little bit. But that's why I love you. Oh, okay, that was it then.
Okay. So, a bit later, not in time for the meeting just yet, your bartender calls you back.
Ooh. I pick it up.
Says, hey, I got more information about that feather for you.
Oh, sure. Go on.
Well, I did have to do a lot of work for it.
Okay.
There's a lot of asking around.
Okay.
You may have to buy me a drink first.
You know I'm good for it, Georgie.
Oh,
Hey. She sends over 50 new yen.
Alright. Well, okay. So, the name of the girl who dropped that feather is Blackfoot. Apparently, she's been doing this a bit. Her team will kill her if they ever find out about it.
That's surprisingly useful information.
It is.
It's also something that sounds like we need to be very careful with it.
Yeah, I don't think... Well, I think that does give us a little bit more leverage with Blackfoot specifically, but... was there anything else, Georgie? Because that's actually pretty good.
That's all I got about that feather. If you want to know something else, need anything else?
It's a long shot, but you hear anything about obsidian knives with the black cats?
No, you asked me about that earlier.
Yeah.
No.
Didn't think so. Still bothering me. Anyway, thank you, Georgie.
Alright.
Just doesn't fit.
Alright, so she hangs up.
Okay.
So, Blackfoot drops feather. It's a calling card of hers. If the other 3 find out, she's dead. That much we know.
Well, that'll be useful.
Was it a crow feather?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm putting this note section to good use.
Okay. Is there anything else you're going to do in the meantime?
The group probably sees her pop a pill, but...
Anyone else on the group doing anything?
I'm good.
Not really much left to do. He might take a look at his pet project a couple times, poke a bit, but at this early stage, it's barely even capable of pathfinding, so...
Alright, am I going to call anyone else up, try to get more info?
I don't think so. I don't think anyone has people to call.
Okay. It's about 20 minutes before your scheduled meeting when Beef calls you back.
And she picks it up.
Hey, Ro!
Beef! What'd you find?
I got all I could on the Black Cats.
What was it?
Well, this kind of information doesn't come cheap.
I know. Hey, Beef, side note, may have another customer for what you can provide. One of my friends here is looking for some stuff. I'll get you a list later, but that's just a side note.
All right.
And because of that, like maybe there's a new customer discount.
Not sorry, gal. I don't pay him promises.
Worth a try. So she drops another 50, I guess, or would it be more for?
Oh, he's looking for more.
Yeah, how much more?
Maybe 200.
He has been doing a fair bit of hunting around.
Spent so much money, but that's my character, so throw money at things until it works. Yeah, she drops 200 on.
I'll help split the costs once we complete this quest.
Yeah, you did get your upfront fee,
Yeah,
so
it's not like I'm hurting for cash.
Alright, so let me tell you about these Black Cats, alright?
Okay.
Clean and professional. They work out of the hard pan for Sandy.
Okay.
Alright, look. I heard once they walked away from a job in the middle of an extraction because the Johnson insulted one of their team.
Ooh, so they are touchy.
You believe that?
They are touchy.
Not just touchy, pal. Blood oaths are just the tip of the iceberg for these gals. Don't fuck with them.
Don't fuck with them?
Nah.
I'm gonna warn you. We might be fucking with them.
Hey, I'd hate to lose a customer.
Yeah, I know, but job's a job.
Alright, Ro. Is there anything else you need?
Names? Any names on them?
Nah.
Oh, wow. Really? Yeah, you know Georgie, the bartender of the one bar?
Do I?
Do you? That's where we met.
Oh, Georgie, yeah, he's been working there for years.
Yeah, you don't remember, but that's fine. He found out a name for me, so.
Oh, alright.
Just to let you know.
Okay.
Alright. Bye, Beef. Click.
Combinations.
So, not much from that. Let's see. They're cold, the ruthless, blood oaths. What's a blood oath?
You're gonna murder this person.
Okay. So, we'll be very careful talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I'm pretty sure Shadowrunners don't like talking about their work. Especially not with others.
Would you?
Well, your meeting's coming up soon.
Yeah, time to go meet him.
It wouldn't be right to be late.
So, you park your vehicles a few blocks away from the gates to avoid the surveillance drones and tagging from their transponders, and you move quietly through the dark night toward the rendezvous point. About 15 minutes before the appointed time, a woman rides into the parking lot. She sets the kickstand on her bike and scans across the area. After a second, she notices you and begins moving in your direction. Her body language is tense and moves in a way suggesting she expects an ambush.
Nice bike.
Ro does the little, like, happy finger wave.
Takucha ya shine, nitowane.
Don't speak it.
You're the people I'm supposed to meet?
I suppose we're meeting someone as well. A few someones.
Or possibly one. We weren't specific on the number, were we?
Well, we know we're gonna meet. I'd assume them. She didn't mention just one.
I'm here representing the Black Cats.
That works. Hi.
Hello.
We should introduce each other.
Don't worry about it. If she doesn't want to give her name, we won't give ours. She sees if she responds to that.
My name's Kira Blackfoot.
Oh my
What's
goodness,
yours?
this makes it easy. Oh my goodness. We have something of yours.
Oh?
There was something left under a pillow.
What do you mean?
What do you think I mean? If your friends are around, I wouldn't want to say it and be uncouth.
Roll Intimidate.
Quan stretches, making a show of flexing every single servo and every fiber in his tail.
Oh wow, I didn't put any points of intimidation. Shit.
Then maybe you should try a different tact.
Ro says, I don't want this to be personal. I just want this to be professional. I want it to be in and out, get some information, and both be happy. I don't want to blackmail you. Perfectly honest. It's icky. It's all for work. Sometimes fun, but not always.
Well, it would help me if I knew what you were talking about.
Crow feather wrapped in leather. Does that sound familiar?
I think she means she has no idea what job you're talking about.
Something recent? When was that? She has boom. When did they say it happened? I wasn't really paying attention.
I believe it was last night.
Was it last night? Last night.
Okay, roll negotiation.
I don't know why I have to keep looking. It's 9.
Make a macro.
Oh, come on. I have a
How
generic...
does that keep happening?
I don't know. I'm doing poorly tonight. Because all my luck ran out.
A lot of large numbers. If you have large numbers, they'll always be small.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You receive a text popping up on your glasses there, saying, should we mention anything about the knife?
Just tell me one thing. What's up with the obsidian knife?
What knife?
The knife you left.
You seem to think I'm involved in something.
I know you're involved with something. Either that or we have bigger problems on your hand. That someone's impersonating you.
I'm sure we're all just law-abiding citizens here.
You're kidding me, right? Come on.
You're not giving me much reason to say anything.
Oh, fine. Take a look at your account. She sends 500 her way.
And the transaction is denied.
Ooh, feisty. Not enough? Maybe it's more personal.
I'm not entirely sure what you are after here, but it doesn't seem to involve me or us.
She pulls out the feather.
Okay.
So this is nothing to you.
And where'd you get that?
What was the name? I would remember it, but it's missing.
Well, maybe you should say something along the lines of, we were looking for a friend, but we found this instead. Maybe you can help us find that friend.
I say that.
Okay. Reroll your negotiation at +2.
That's more like what you should have been getting.
That's much better.
You're really making me dance around my words here.
Well, I'm kind of good at that, but my character is absolutely terrible at it.
Yeah, unfortunately I'm just having brain farts tonight.
Yeah, she kind of frowns and goes, shit.